So you want to master childbirth. Maybe you're in the late stages of your pregnancy and you're really becoming overwhelmed with the thought of going into labor and you just don't know what to expect. You're a little bit apprehensive about how it's all going to sort of unfold. You're not really sure when to sort of like go to hospital, what the signs and cues may be, and it just seems all a little bit confusing. Well, I'm going to let you know that you can actually master childbirth, and there's 3 steps to doing this. The first one is cognitive mastery. So cognitive mastery is taking things and understanding them. This is just logically knowing facts and information, a process, and what that sort of looks like. This generally is when you read a book, watch a video, you logically understand it. Like reading a book on how to drive a car. You understand how to drive a car. But the thing is, you only knowingly understand it. You don't actually physically understand the process of doing it. So this is where you may think of something and go, oh, I don't really like that. You pull away and it never goes any further. This is where some people would not get their license because they just don't want to do anything that makes them feel uncomfortable. But just like childbirth, we understand that we need to go a step further and probably take some practical skills and develop them. Step 2 is emotional mastery. This is where we take our logic thinking and our physical body and actually start to mesh the two together. Normally in emotional mastery, we start getting feelings come up of discomfort in our physical body. But what we have to do is we have to get out of our head, because in those moments when we feel overwhelmed in our body, our mind is telling us negative things and we then can pull away. So for example, when you're sitting in a car, you might start to notice that your hands are sweating, you're perspiring a little bit, your heart is racing, and maybe your like vision and things like that is sort of jumping around when the instructor is talking to you. In that moment, you can tell yourself, I can't do this, I'm scared, I don't know what I'm doing, what are they going to say to me, blah, 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 blah. And before you know it, you're not going to your next lesson because you don't want to do it. This is the exact same thing with childbirth. A lot of the time, people might start doing some sort of practical training. They feel feelings of discomfort, overwhelmed. They tell themselves that they don't know what they're doing. But what you have to do is you have to get out of your head. You have to understand that if you're feeling this way in this moment, imagine what it's going to be like when you're in labor and you can't just turn it off. You have to push through in this moment now so that you are feeling confident when you go into labor. Step 3 is physical mastery. This is where the mind and the body are connected, but we go into a process where we take things from the conscious or thinking brain to the subconscious, and we do things automatically. This is the beautiful part. This is where we don't actually have to think or know what to do. We just go through the motions of doing it. And this is the exact same thing as, have you ever gotten into a car and gone, I need to get somewhere? And literally, it's like you wake up and you're like, how am I already here? Like you've literally driven down a highway, taken a turn off, stopped at multiple lights and done things like that. It's the same process with birth. We have to go through that training process to condition ourselves to relax and calm down while also logically understanding what is taking place in that moment. And we can only have that happen through repetition. So we need to repeat the process a number of times to relax our nervous system, understand what is going on, and feel really good about the process. And generally in like this part of the training, you would normally incorporate things that you like, having a bath, having a shower, relaxation techniques, breathing, music, having your partner come into the room and sort of see what you're doing. And, those types of things allow us to associate positive things to birth. We start to realize like, oh, I'm actually enjoying this process of birth training because I'm relaxed. I'm in the shower. It feels so soothing. I'm in the bath. The water's over me. I feel warm. I feel comfort, while I'm actually simulating the birthing of my baby with this birth balloon. I'm also having somebody watch me now, which does feel uncomfortable going through this process. Like maybe you do want to shut down, But because you're having this happen in this safe environment, when you do go into hospital, you don't feel on high alert when people are coming into the room or with your partner being there, those types of things. So this is why it's really important to do birth training. Myself personally, I trained around 60 times per each birth before I went into labor. So approximately that's 180 times that I went through my birth simulations before I had my children. I think with my first one, Elliot, I actually practiced more than that. I think I did close to about 80 birth simulations. But when I actually went into labor, I didn't feel that overwhelm. And when it felt a little bit uncomfortable, I felt like I was slipping and I didn't know what was going on. I was actually able to take myself back to a positive place and being like, Ash, you've done this before. It's okay. And that really helped me to relax my nervous system, because literally I would find myself being really tense unknowingly. And when I would have that conversation with myself in labor, I then, my body was able to relax. And that's what helped me get through the birth naturally without an epidural or any pain relief. And I was able to have a really great birth experience while avoid tearing too at the same time. So I was literally able to have my baby in the hospital for the first time and then literally just leave that night. So birth training is something that has been extremely empowering to me, and I honestly just encourage other people to be able to do it too.